Okay, welcome to the live, everyone. Thank you for joining. I know people aren't in here yet, but if anyone's watching this replay, hello, shout out to you. Sam, how are you doing today?
I am good, mate. I'm good. I swear I say this every time. Busy, always busy, but I'm good.
Yeah, never ends, does it?
It doesn't seem to end ever. Lots of deals.
That was fun.
How does yours never do that? Do you always have it pre-muted?
When I click accept, I put my mouse exactly where the mute button is, so when it pops up, I mute it straight away.
Yeah, that's what I need to see.
Only because the sound is horrendous otherwise.
It is. How are you anyway?
Yeah, I'm really good. Had a little bit of a stressful week, but honestly, it's actually ended up being quite good. And we've got really solid plans for marketing now in Seller Smart, which I'm excited by. I've been having a lot of fun shooting the new content style that we're going for, which is really good. Got some really good ideas for content, which I haven't told you outside of the call yet, but I will do because it's going to be really good fun. Very, very much getting out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing.
That's what content's all about, though, isn't it? It always pushes you to do things you never thought you were going to do. Content is always, no one likes to do it, and then when they do it, you just sort of crack on with it, and then you always end up pushing yourself doing things you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, and like my biggest phobia of my entire life has always been public speaking. And doing content, shooting out in public when people are watching you is kind of trial by fire. You know, you're thrown into it, and because I'm doing it for business, I don't have a choice. So it's one of those things that I'm 34 now. I don't want to be bothered by this anymore. I really need to get over this as a phobia. So you get over it by doing it.
I think it's a very common phobia. Like I absolutely hate public speaking. Like do it. Like, I don't know. Like obviously I do loads of calls and stuff. Like obviously do this and I do loads of calls in the mentorship and stuff. And that doesn't phase me at all. But I think if I stood up in front of a load of people and did something, I would. I'm not sure I will let it go. I think I'll be a stuttering, red-faced mess.
It's it's a really good example of exposure. So I had a thing in my career where I could public speak to people if I was sat down, but if I had to stand up and be the focus of attention, and it was purely because I always spoke to people sat down, so I just got used to it. But then standing up was a slightly different dynamic, and it's funny how you get very confident in your little box, and then step outside of it, and it's like you're brand new.
I think when you're stood up as well, you've got you're all eyes on you then. Everyone's attention is on you. Whereas if you're sat down having a conversation, then people might not necessarily be looking at you. And I don't know, it's kind of different. Whereas stood up, you're the main person in the room and everyone's just, staring at you. So it's not ideal.
And the beauty of running an Amazon business, you never have to do public speaking to anyone, do you?
If you want to, you can just sit in a little cave all day long, never speak to anyone, and it's perfect.
Up to me, Pappy Young Cuck nerds. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. You're always a charmer.
Always.
Terence here was asking me all about EU8A after our live yesterday.
Yeah, he's been on it, and I think he likes it.
People get a better view of my ginger beard when you're stood up. Yeah, that's the problem. People can see I don't have a soul. All right, where did we leave off? So yeah, Seller Smart. It was busy. It's a hell of an adjustment to come back to work and try to balance having a kid whilst doing everything. It's been really, really tricky to figure that out, but it's all part of the learning curve. We are coming towards the end of this month. We've made some really, really good progress with the new prep center address where we've moved to. Reese has done a really good job fixing a load of the systems on the background there. And I know Cal is back now. I don't know if Cal is announcing his latest update to anyone publicly yet, so I won't say anything, but he had a good one. So it'd be good to catch up with him soon as well.
Definitely.
How about you guys watching from the live? I can see we got people from YouTube and Facebook. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to today. We are here to talk about Amazon FBA, and yesterday we planned to do this live call while sourcing in the background, but we ended up having so many questions. I didn't really have a chance to actually have a look, and I think, to be honest with you, doing both at the same time is a little distracting, but I'm going to try my best today. I'm going to try to do a little bit of sourcing in the background, and you guys can let me know if you're doing that as well, or if you're doing your prep. Some of you watch from a drive, watching from the sofa sourcing. There you go. So we're having a source along. I love it.
Who's that? Terry?
Jose Thomas.
Jose Thomas.
What kind of sourcing are you doing, Jose? We have a bot in our mentorship server. Are we saying publicly what that does, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'll tell you, we have a bot that pings through stuff that you can do manually, but it just pings it through automatically and filters the data a bit. So whilst I'm on this call, I'm going to do that in the background and see if I can find anything sweet.
I'm going to jump on a keeper and try and do a bit of A2A, I think.
That's a good shout.
I think A2A is a bit easier while on the call because it doesn't require my full attention.
Jose, you said you're doing beauty. What sourcing strategy do you follow? Do you do email newsletter? Do you do manual sourcing from beauty suppliers? Do you do Keeper? I'm intrigued.
Tell us all your tips. Tell us exactly how you do it and send us the leads.
Yeah, send us the leads. We said that in I said that in the free community just now. Thunder asked if he could send Gemma the leads to review, and I was like, "Send me your leads, everyone. Send me your leads. That's fine." Scraping, okay, very cool. Modern sourcing methods, love it. Honestly, guys, if you're not utilizing AI, I know scraping doesn't imply AI. You know, Jose could be a developer, but if you're not utilizing AI, you really, really should try to get into it. I see so much negative press about AI, which I understand because as a technology, it needs to improve, especially environmentally, it needs to improve. But damn, from a business perspective, it's so powerful.
I think, it's great. You see so many people who are so against it. And I don't really understand why, to be honest. I think, you should definitely be using AI but even if you don't own a business, your day-to-day life or anything. I think it's great. And even personal life, I've been on Claude, so I'm moving to Ibiza and I'm driving the car there. I've got a big car and I've also got bought a roof box to go on top of the car. Now I've gone onto Claude and I've got it to create me it's not finished yet, but it's going to be some sort of I'm trying to think of the word for it. Some sort of design app which lets me put in this is very sad, by the way. My missus thinks I'm a loser for doing this, but it lets me put in box dimensions and certain products which I'm putting in my car, and then it's going to tell me how much space I have left and how to pack it efficiently. And I think that's absolutely brilliant, but others don't. But just stuff like that, you can honestly use it for so much.
That is pretty cool, to be fair. That's logistics efficiency, if I ever heard it.
100%. I'm buzzing with the idea.
How are we doing, everyone, on TikTok? We've only got Harry on TikTok so far. How are you, Harry? Welcome to the live, mate. To be fair, we've gone live. Oh, no, it's 12:20. Okay, fair enough. It is a Friday, I guess.
Yeah, Friday. Lazy Fridays.
Yeah. Have we got any scraping? How do you guys use it? Yeah, so we have SellerSmart over the last 2 years has actually built a software. So our company, we have a software. The only people who have access to it at the moment are people in our mentorship. And even the people in our mentorship, we need to schedule some time to go through the software with them so they know how to use it. We have AI implementation into our software. And it's going to be, I don't know if it's giving away too much, but the AI will be associated to your Amazon account, and it will be kind of like a PA for Amazon for you to help with the admin and the automation. We use AI for anything manual that you do from a sourcing capacity. We've created bots to do that automatically. I don't want to give away too much. Actually, so that I will, like, we have internal documentation, right? We have a course that has 76 modules. We've gotten all the transcripts for that. We've gotten the videos for that, and we've got internal documentation, which we've trained AI on, or we are training AI on. And now the people in our mentorship have access to that as an internal bot. So it's not going to take information from the LLM's, open source. It's going to pull entirely from our internal data. And the people in our mentorship can ask it questions and get references to resources that we've developed, which is really, really cool. That's one of the ways we've utilized it. I use it all the time to try and point out the redundancies in my day. What am I doing that I could automate? What am I doing that I don't really need to be doing? Kind of use it as a PA. I know a bunch of people use them as therapists these days, don't they?
Definitely, 100%. There's a, I've not seen it. There's a video. Didn't Claude release a video, which is like half an hour long or something, which pretty much goes through step by step on how to create the perfect AI agent to help you with your day-to-day life and businesses and stuff like that?
Send me the video.
I'll have to try and find it. I must have saved it on Twitter, and I'll have a look. I'll send it over if I find it. But I quite like to watch it because there's actually Claude released it themselves.
Brain Buzz 179, you just made me realize. So you come in from YouTube and you've said, "What's this?" I just realized on YouTube, Facebook, and X, we only have a banner that says one-to-one coaching, VA recruitment prep center, account recovery software, and auto ungator. We don't actually have an Amazon FBA image there. If you're watching from TikTok, we've got an Amazon FBA banner. So apologies for that. I didn't realize that. I will update for the next live. But yeah, we do Amazon FBA. To be honest with you, we do e-commerce, but Amazon is the primary focus. Our community focuses on Amazon to Amazon arbitrage, a little bit of sprinkle to wholesale. Most people coming into Amazon, it's more appropriate to choose A to A and arbitrage. And just like any business model, automations, AI, and everything can be used with it. Jose said, Sam, that he did the same thing for box dimensions and packing stuff with AI.
I saw that. Pretty cool. Mate, it's honestly so good. I just found the video. I'm going to ping it over to you now.
Thank you very much. And Jose also said Cal's been working his socks off then. Yeah, mate. Yeah, he has. The problem is this is stupid, right? I don't think anyone should ever try to replicate our business because it doesn't make any sense. We have the only ecosystem in the UK where we have everything an Amazon seller needs that we've built in-house. So a prep center is in itself an entire business. VA recruitment is in itself an entire business. Building a software is its entire business. Coaching and mentorship is an entire business. So we're the only company in the UK that has all of this in-house. Because of that, as one of them grows, you have to take time away from the other. We've got a team of about 16 people now, and there's a couple of hires that we're going to be making in the next 3 to 6 months that are going to be really, really big for our growth. Definitely developers. That's what we need. But yeah, the software, we haven't been able to release the software because the prep has been going really well. And I'm so keen to get the software out because what we built is so good. It's very unique. It is a little bit complicated in terms of we as a company have to make sure that we teach anyone using it how to use it effectively, because to an untrained eye, there's a lot to it. We have a lot of features, but that's good. That means we have a challenge of making sure that we onboard everyone effectively and make sure they use it properly, because it's very, very good, very unique. As I say, no one else has built a software like what we've built.
Yeah, and it's been a slog as well. I wouldn't recommend starting it.
Oh my God, I unplugged my air conditioner and it's hot as hell in here. Ugh.
Is it still really hot by you?
Yeah, well, as I say, I'm in the loft, so I'm surrounded by insulation.
Even in December, it's going to be hot up there.
Yeah, it is really warm. I'm sweating like a pig. Thank you for the follow, guys. Appreciate you. Let us know if you have any questions. Buzz to Jen, welcome. Harry, Ellie, welcome to the live. Do let us know if you've got any questions. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, thank you for the link. I just saw that.
Harry Collins says, what software are you on about?
Yeah, so I was saying, Harry, I think you might have missed it. SellerSmart, we in the background have built a software over the last 2 years. The only people that have access to it are the people in our mentorship. So we have group mentoring and one-to-one, and the people in there are testing it for free. We also have an auto ungated tool, which is absolutely incredible for helping you get ungated and helping you get auto ungated and ungated in applications that you do with invoices. It's very, very powerful. We're the first company in the world to develop a tool like that, and the software is really good. I really want to demonstrate the software to people soon, but I have to speak to Cal. I know he's really, really busy at the moment, so I have to speak to Cal and make sure that he's available for a call. What we'll do is we'll start by getting Cal into a call with the guys in our mentorship, the guys and the gals in our mentorship. We'll do a call with them. We'll take as much feedback as possible from them, work on the bugs. And as I say, in the next couple of months, I suspect we'll have a developer. So it should mean that we start to push stuff out a lot faster. It's been a slow slog, but it'll be worth it when it's out.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. It'd be good to get people in there.
Buzz to Jen said hello to you as well. Thank you for joining the live. Heiser Jens, welcome to the live as well. So Sam and I go live very often on. We're actually live on all platforms at the moment. I think we go live very often to give you guys as much information about Amazon FBA as we can. We have a free Discord community of 1,700 members now, if anyone wants to join. Loads of free resources. If anyone has never heard of us before or never interacted with our community before, we've got loads of free resources. We're very active. We're trying to help people grow Amazon into a job, into a business that replaces their salary in the long run. A lot of people ask if they can quit their jobs for Amazon. You absolutely can, and that should be the end goal. But just understand that this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a business model that you have to put time into, you have to put work into, and it will, over time, take over your salary, but it's going to take some time to get there. Martin, I was having a conversation with him the other day. Martin in our mentorship, he's a little bit concerned about his job security at the moment because of AI, but his Amazon business is now doing 4,000 profit a month. And I was saying to him, you get to that point where you're doing $6,000 a month, you do that consecutively 3 months in a row, all of a sudden, you've got a business model where you can quit and go full time there. Because if he needs £3,000 a month to survive, let's say, maybe it's even two, he can take that $3,000 out, and then the rest of the money, the other $3,000, he can reinvest it back into the business to keep growing it. So that's the ultimate end goal. That's what we want to achieve. When if you work with us in our mentorship, or if you join these lives and you do Amazon solo, that's the ultimate goal, is to get you to a point where it matches your salary and then replaces it. Because I cannot stress enough how life-changing it is. If you can earn, let's say you're earning $3,000 after tax in the salary, maybe some people it's 2.5, maybe some people it's 4. If you can get an extra $2,000 a month on top of that, that will change your life. It will completely change your life. And then if you can keep compounding that by reinvesting it back in, it's a really fantastic opportunity.
Oh, it makes a huge difference. Even an extra 500 quid a grand can make massive difference. So yeah, it's well worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Heiser said hello as well. Welcome to the live. Top Bunter said bye. BUY. Was there a question there, my friend, or were you just saying hi and it was mistyped? Maybe you were talking about the buy box. Let me know. Let me know if that was a mistype. I'm intrigued. Terry, how are you getting on, mate? How are your sales? How's the progress in your Amazon store? Obviously, feel free to not say if you don't want to say publicly how it's going.
I need to get back to you, Terry. You messaged me this morning as well. I'm just having a look at it now. And I think it's a great idea. And it's definitely something we'll go over on a call.
Intriguing. I've been working. All right, cool. Right. So yeah, I gave you guys a prep update, gave you an update on the software. We do have as well the VA recruitment agency we just had people come out the other side of a new batch. So we've had a fresh bunch of candidates who have just passed the criteria and are ready to work with clients. So if anyone wants to hire a virtual assistant, let us know. Obviously, no pressure, just giving you a heads up that people are ready to go now. What else is there? we did some really cool things in the background. And when I say we, I mean Reese in the background while I was away on paternity leave, made some really impressive updates to our internal automations and processes. So our marketing team in the background now has a lot more to work with in terms of dashboards. That's another thing you can do really well with AI. You can develop dashboards for your life. And yeah, I hope you guys, I said it on the live yesterday, and I'm going to say it on all the lives. I've just hired a videographer to come and work with me as a bit of a risk that I'm taking onto myself, because I really see the value there. So if you check out our content on social media from Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're watching from, if you like the videos, please engage, like them, say in the comments that you like it. It really helps show that it is worth it. It's worth the investment. It's always something I've wanted to do, is to hire a videographer. I want to put a lot of effort into the content so you guys get as much value as possible. So I will be doing a lot more YouTube long forms and putting a lot more effort into the shorts. So do let us know if you enjoyed that.
And if you don't enjoy it, let us know and we'll sack him.
Yeah, exactly. Terry said, up and down, mate. Message Sam about that this morning. Yeah, fair enough. Consistency, Sam, you actually can tell me this. How long did it take you to get consistent with Amazon?
Probably a year. I think maybe just under a year. Probably I started in May, and then by end of Q4 it was consistent. So it took like 9 months or something. So it does take time. And I think the thing with Terry is, I don't know, I guess I don't want to say too much, but I think he's changed the business a fair bit since he started. Like when he first started, he was buying anything and everything, whereas nowadays it's a bit more structured, and only buying good stuff. So, and then his ROI I think was lower beforehand as well. So now he's trying to get higher ROI. So although the sales probably aren't as consistent, I'd like to think the profit and the overall outcome is a lot better. But it's just not getting all the sales in as quickly as he wants, I think.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There is a bit of I said this yesterday, everything is trade-offs, isn't it? If you want a higher ROI, typically that means you have to hold your stock a little bit longer with Amazon.
Yeah. And I think I guess it's a lot of people have that issue with like A2As as well. Like when people buy A2As, when they first start buying A2As, it takes them a while to really get used to it and understand it. Because with A2A, you do have to hold a little bit longer, just because you have to wait for the deal to recover, and then wait for, if people have tanked it, wait for them to sort it out. And people struggle adapting to that as well, because they're used to, like, oh, where you buy something, you send it in, and then it generally sells. You can get sales pretty quick as long as there's no fluctuation in price. Whereas with A2A, it doesn't really work like that. So you're not actually going to get a sale for a couple of weeks or a month or something. And again, that's quite a hard transition for people to really understand and get behind.
Yeah, for sure. Terry said nailed it, which I'm assuming is in reply to what we said rather than the comment above him.
Unless he's got any thoughts on that comment above him, he might know someone local.
I'm not the correct religious background to have a doctor like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't help you there, unfortunately.
I was going to make a joke then, but it's definitely not the time or the place.
Especially with TikTok, mate, it censors anything.
Yeah.
And for a month.
Oh wow! It's just started pissing it down.
I thought I heard something. I thought it was your aircon suddenly kicking in.
No, it's just started raining. That's crazy. All right, Sam. So let's not bore the viewers. What can we give them that's really good value? Trying to think of what we've been working on this week that would be interesting to know.
I want to talk about the AI thing I'm doing, the mentorship, which I think is going to be. I think I must have spoken about it before, but I guess not everyone joins the lives, or the same people join the lives. So in the mentorship, I'm working on an AI bot, which is kind of like a chat bot, but you can essentially ask it anything, and it will give you a detailed, accurate answer. And what it is, it's its own channel in the Discord server, and the AI bot uses all the information which I've ever spoken about, either in the Discord, on any group call I've done in the group, everything from the course we've got. It takes all the information from all of that, plus loads of other information which I've fed it and have records and resources and documents and stuff for. And then based on all that information, if you ask it a question, it will then go through all of that data it's got, and it will then tell people the correct answer. And I think something like that is going to be so beneficial, not only for like me and JB in terms of freeing up our time, but I think it'd be so good for the guys in the mentorship. Like, we get messages at all hours of the day, like anything from like, I don't know, like 5 in the morning until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like some people, like there's a couple of people in particular, I'll wake up and they've bombarded me with loads of messages that are like 1 o'clock in the morning. And not all those messages, but some of those messages, if they ask the AI chatbot, they'd get an answer almost immediately, and it will be a good enough answer that it will help them out with their question. Whereas otherwise, they're gonna have to wait for me to wake up and then respond to them, which can take time. So I think it should be an absolute game changer. And there's so much information in the database which we're using. I think that will be so good, and I'm actually buzzing to get it out. I think it's going to take a while though, because I need to feed all the information, and that does take time. I think the testing wise, I don't think that should take much time at all. It's literally, I have tested it and it kind of works based on what the information it has, but it just needs so much more information. So that will take like, I'm obviously moving at the minute, so I'm busy with that. So once I get to Ibiza, I'll be able to fully work on it. But in a couple of months, hopefully that should be out, and that should be a big game changer for the community. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me as well. Just from what you've done so far, it's been very, very cool.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's always something I put off for ages, and I never wanted to do it because I kind of assumed it would be a Cal job just because he's the developer and it's something he would be able to create. But again, back to the AI chat earlier, like, mate, AI is so good. You can create almost anything, and it will help you do that. Whether you want to create like an app or a website or a bot or something like that, AI can help you do that, and it literally dumbs it down so much for you. And it tells you exactly what you need to do every step of the way, and kind of makes it idiot proof. And I am not technical really at all, but it's actually been pretty easy to set up. I think to actually create it must have taken me like half an hour, and that is it. Now it's just a case of adding all the information in there, which is obviously the harder bit, but yeah, the actual techie bit didn't take long at all.
And it's only going to get better. AI is the worst version of itself it's ever going to be right now.
Yeah, definitely. It will definitely get better. Scary what it will end up being able to do.
I tried Kimi.ai yesterday, one of the Chinese models.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it was really good. I was trying to get it to do something, an automation to do with scraping, and it actually told me that was against GDPR, and I'm legally not allowed to do it. But it recommended another way to do it that was actually better than my idea. So, yeah, the Chinese models, Kimi.ai supposedly is as powerful as Claude Fable, but it's like pennies. It costs pennies in comparison.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. Some guy I chat to built an entire functional app for the cost of 3 cents
really?
with Kimi.ai in comparison to Claude, where it would have cost, potentially thousands.
And in terms of the cost, where's that cost going, and where like the cost to pay Claude or the cost to pay the actual AI thing, or just
cost and token usage?
Token, yeah, okay. So that I was going to ask you. So again, not really Amazon related, but AI. So I'm on Claude now, right? You've got like Sonnet 5, Opus 5, Fable 5. What's the difference between all of them?
Sorry, so you were talking about the different models in Claude.
Yeah, so you got Sonnet 5, Opus 5, Fable 5. What's the
Yeah.
difference?
So some of them are different, are better for different tasks. So one of them might be better at research, another might be better at coding. Some of them will give you faster answers and use fewer tokens. So if you want Claude to do a really in-depth research and give you a really, really well-researched answer, that's going to require more tokens. It will take more time. So if
Yeah,
you want to choose that model, you can, or you can just choose a quicker one to do a faster scan. Fable, the new one that came out, is the really powerful one for coding. It absolutely consumes tokens like crazy.
does it?
Yeah, and each of them has like a different thing. You do make a good point though. Like these LLM companies need to make it a bit more digestible for the average person because you've got like 10 different poetic sounding names, and
It's not really clear. Like for me,
yeah,
mine's always been on Sonnet 5 and I've never changed it off it just because I don't know what the difference is. Whereas for some of the stuff I've done, I probably could have used the Opus 5 because it's for more complex tasks. But yeah, I don't know.
we we had some stuff. I was talking to Reese. We had some stuff that before it would have taken us 2 days to build. With Fable, we did it in about 30 minutes. Like that's how big it is. And again, it's as bad now as it's ever going to be. So I can
Yeah,
only imagine how insane it's going to be in a few years.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
we did have a question from Harry. Harry said, "How does the auto ungator work?" Harry, welcome to the live, mate. So you are a brand new seller, you're an experienced seller, you're going to get very different results using the auto ungator. In both scenarios, it is amazing. Give it a try. It will link to your Amazon account. It will link to your Amazon account and it will review up to 10,000 brands. It will automatically ungate any that you're eligible to sell. The more you sell, Amazon is a bit of a trust system. The more active of a seller you are, the more sales you have under your account, the more you're going to get auto ungated in brands. So if you're brand new and you use the tool, you might ungate 800 to 900 brands, which is absolutely insane. It's crazy. If you've been selling for a few years, that number might be 7,500 brands, which is again, it's just absolutely absurd. What you'll notice, the feedback we get from people all the time, when you're a new seller, even an existing seller, you might get stuck trying to ungate a single product by reapplying 10 to 15 times. And you might be stuck on an ungate for anything up to 1 to 2 months. We actually see that sometimes in our mentorship. But the more ungated you are in brands, the easier it is to ungate other brands. So once you've used our tool, what we see from our users is I wasn't able to get ungated in this brand. I used your tool. I got ungated in 800 to 7,500 brands. That's the most I've seen. Now, every time I do an ungate application with an invoice, it gets accepted within 1 or 2 attempts, which is, again, absolutely crazy, even for brand new sellers. So it's completely Amazon TOS compliant. We do not do anything that's against the rules. We do everything compliantly. And it's very, very, very damn good. It's $69.99 for a single scan. And then if you want to do monthly scans, it's $24.99 after that. And if you're in our mentorship, if you're in our group mentoring or our one-to-one mentoring, you get access to that for free, including the rest of our software. The auto ungator is one feature we have out of about 30, I think, in the software. And most of them are unique. Most of them no one else has built. So they're very cool. Like, as I say, we've been very... we are sellers ourselves, so we all of the problems you guys face selling on Amazon, we face them as well. So we tried as a team to collectively come up with clever solutions to them. Now we just need to get it out. Now we just need to get it out. Terry said, Sam, can you talk about what will change about running your business after moving abroad?
Nothing really. Yeah, not very much, to be honest. I think the only thing that's really going to change is with customer returns. I've got a prep center who deals with most of them, but occasionally I used to get some stuff sent to me, and I would sort them out and either claim warranty, sell them on Facebook, eBay, keep them for myself, or something like that. So obviously that I can't do anymore. Oh, excuse me. So I've had to find another way to manage that. But apart from that, nothing really. I think I will probably be more efficient when I'm abroad because I'm trying to sort an office out for while I'm there. I had one and it's just fallen through, which is really annoying. But yeah, I should have a private office somewhere when I get there. So that means I can actually go there whenever I need to and actually just work and be sat in silence. Whereas the minute I'm at home, I've got kids running around, got the wife running around, and it's hard to concentrate at times. So I will probably be a lot more efficient when I'm over there, to be honest. A bit more peace and quiet, and gets me away from noise and everything. But apart from that, like, nothing's really going to change. Yeah, no, nothing's going to change. It's all going to be business as usual, really.
Yeah, except you're going to have a nicer background, I imagine.
Yes, I'll be apartment on the beach, so that'll be very, very nice. Brandon said, I've got a wholesale lead, 720 pounds minimum order quantity, 40% minimum ROI, but I may have to stock 3 to 4 months. Currently 69% ROI. Is it worth picking this up? I've had family invest 4K in me. Yeah, I would say so. It sounds like a pretty good deal, mate. 720 quids is, yeah, for only 69% ROI, could be 40. I would, yeah, it's definitely something I would want to go, mate. If you don't want to buy it, to me, I'll buy it.
How many sales per month?
What's the sales per month, mate? He hasn't said, but he's just said he'll have to stock 3 to 4 months, and it's 720 quid minimum order. 100 sales per month. Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me, mate. I'll buy that. He'd order 120. Yeah, definitely, mate. If they've got any more, let me know. I'll buy some. But yeah, it sounds pretty good.
How much total stock does the supplier have? Are they going to be selling it to other people cheaper? That's another thing to be aware of.
There you go. Listen to Sean. Ask him that.
Yeah, because to be honest, it sounds like an amazing lead. I would probably buy it as well. But if you're only spending 720 and the supplier has thousands more in stock, what if someone else spends, $3,000 but gets it for much, much cheaper on a unit by unit basis? That's something you'd have to be careful of. But again, sounds like a good lead from what you've said. And especially with 100 sales per month, even if other people jump on, hopefully it should, rebound pretty quickly, depending on how much they buy.
Exactly that.
I don't think this has ever happened, but I've barely had any questions on TikTok. Usually we come into these lives, guys, and we don't really plan anything because we get so many questions. So apologies. I was anticipating that. Do let us know if you've got any questions.
So Brandon said, I checked, if I crashed it to £9.99, I'd still have 30% ROI. Where do you find these leads, mate? Every time I speak to you, you got leads coming out of your ears, all with like crazy ROI. And yeah, you do very, very well. I don't know. I'm gonna send you the lead because you're a cool guy. Oh, mate. Yeah.
As long as you're not buying from Stalvana or from another Chinese seller, you should be fine.
I think he said there's a wholesale. Yeah, wholesale lead. But mate, yeah, sounds very, very good.
Yeah, is that Brandon? Did you say?
Yeah.
Nice, good job, Brandon. Awesome work.
Oh, DMs have opened. Let's have a look. I'll review it now for you, mate, and let you know.
Harry said, "How does reviving old listings work?"
Depends what you mean. Like,
yeah,
what's the context of that?
I don't revive old listings. So the reason why I'm struggling to answer that question, we tested for 3 to 6 months how the IPI score is affected by us deleting our listings as soon as they've sold out. So what I do, as soon as the listing is fully sold out, I delete it. If a customer returns anything and that stock goes stranded, I re-add the listing just so it has a listing to be associated to. But anytime I replan a product, it's always under a different custom SKU. So I don't, even if I'm replanning the same thing, I do 4 or 5 orders with the same supplier. Every single time it's with a different custom SKU. So I don't really revive old listings, if that's what you meant.
Yeah, I was under a different impression of what you meant, to be honest. I was
Right.
thinking
Okay.
like if a listing, I don't know, if reviving a listing, right? If a listing used to be quite good and used to sell, then suddenly there's been no
I
sellers
get
for
you.
like 6 months or something. Like, how do you reinstate, get it active again? But I don't know. That's I guess why I want more information. Which one you, yeah, which one you mean?
If that is what you meant, if there was a listing that used to perform well and you'd like to get it going again, it entirely depends on the buy box, the current buy box price of the listing. Are the sellers on the listing in stock? And if they are, what's the buy box price? Was it historically a larger price and now it's lower? If that's the case, Harry said, yeah, reinstating. Still don't think that answers the.
No, you just said the same thing, different words.
Yeah, Harry. Oh, sorry, mate. Can you be a little bit more specific? Ashan Khan, welcome to the live. But yeah, I'm gonna finish what I was saying. So if you've got a listing that used to perform really well, but the price has gone down, typically it's supply and demand. If the amount of sellers on the listing has gone up, the price will go down because people compete on price. So you just have to sometimes wait and hold your stock for the price to recover, and you do that by waiting for people to sell out of their stock. I hear your clicker in the background.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the lead Brandon sent over.
Any good?
Mate, it's banger. It's an absolute banger.
Well, it sounds like you got your answer then, Brandon. Definitely sounds like you should be buying that lead.
Mate, 100%. I've been buying that all day long. I have heard of this wholesaler before. I've never used them. Let me have a little look into them. But it's. I wonder, do you? He's messaging me as well anyway, so I'll ask him here. Have you used this wholesaler before? Do you use them? Do you use them quite often?
You sound like your ears have pricked and you want to get involved.
Oof, the Trustpilot is shocking. I know it's a different one.
Okay, I was going to say that's not a good sign. Harry said, never done it before. Sorry, heard it before. That's all. Harry, I mean this with love and respect. We still don't quite understand what it is you're referring to. When you say, I'm going to go back and reread. How does reviving old listings work? Yeah, reinstating. Never done it before. Sorry, heard it. Yeah, I don't quite know if you're talking about re-adding an old listing that you sold on, or if you're talking about an old a listing that used to perform well that isn't now.
I guess we'll answer both, I suppose. So,
yeah,
re-adding a listing which you've sold on, like if you've sold on a listing and then deleted it, you can't like re-add the same thing. Like you can just re-add it again as a new listing, which is fine. Like you can
right.
just...
Okay, he just said listings that used to perform.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So listings that used to perform, it depends when they did perform. Like, was it 6 months ago? Was it a year ago? Like, why haven't they performed? Is it just because there's been no? Is it because there's been no sellers on the listing? Like every seller is out of stock. They've been out of stock for like 6 months, or is it because I don't know the buy box price is suppressed or something like that? I would assume if they used to perform and now they don't, maybe because everyone's out of stock and no one's been on the listing. So I've done this before, like quite a few times. When the price has been, let's say it's been consistently 30 quid for years and years, and then suddenly everyone goes out of stock and no one's been on the listing for like 6 months. What I tend to find, if I buy the product and then just list it around the 30 quid mark, the buy box generally comes back and it kind of gradually picks up where it was before. And it's pretty straightforward. Like as long as you kind of match the price it was at beforehand, then it will pick up traction again. If it's been out of stock for a lot longer than that, then you might have to like try and work your magic and have a real super cheap price to really get the momentum behind it again. And then as you start getting sales, start to increase your price. But for the most part, it is just literally just just adding your products to the inventory again, and then just getting the sales rolling. It's pretty straightforward. Like occasionally, it's been rare where I've had a product which I then listed, and then it kind of never really performed to how it was, and that to keep sort of dropping the price and ended up not making as much as I thought I was going to make, just because it wouldn't really sell unless it was a lot cheaper than what it was before. But for the most part, just trying to listing it and getting stuff sold is good. If it's just sort of died off and there's still been loads of sellers on it and the prices kind of remained the same, then it depends. There's so many variables, right? Like, is it like an electronic or a techie type product, or something which is there's like new versions or new models or something like that out, then that's naturally just going to die off anyway. So the price is going to have to come down in order to warrant the sales, because there's going to be new models out or whatever, and they're probably going to be at a similar price. So the old version is going to have to sell for a bit cheaper. So you'll have to do that. But I guess, that way I guess there's so many different variables, to be honest. It's hard. If you've got an example, like, send it over to one of us and we can take a little look. But it's quite hard unless we're actually looking at the listing to see what the issue is and how to fix it.
Athea, welcome to the live. Long time no see. Haven't seen you in here for a while. How are you? Athea said, how are you both? How are you, Sam?
I'm good, Athea. Good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm tired, Athea. I'm good but tired. Oh, I'm being called by someone. One sec. That's made me jump. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Athea. I am. My baby was 1 month old yesterday.
1 month already?
2 days ago. 2 days ago, she was 1 month old, and she is her father's daughter, right? I eat like an absolute horse, and my child likes to eat every hour on the hour throughout the night as well. So we didn't sleep for a while, but she's good. I'm just knackered.
Brandon, the wholesaler looks good. I have heard of them before. I don't think I've ordered anything from them, but a little Google, they look okay. I think they do look good. I'm just looking at this other one you sent over to me. I'm just trying to find the listing for it. But it's that first one's really, really good.
Send me the name of the supplier and I'll let you know if I've heard of them, as long as Brandon's comfortable with that. Athea said, okay, thank you. 4K revenue, almost 5. Athea, amazing. That's really good news. Congratulations. When did you start? How long have you been going, Athea, to get to almost 5K? That's amazing. Keep it going. Harry said, okay, cheers for the help. No examples. Think I'll steer as still very new to FBA. Yeah, no problem at all, mate. When did you start selling? That's a good one. Have you downloaded all of our free resources? We have loads and loads of content that you can go through. I am going to do more YouTube long form stuff soon. But yeah, good job in asking questions. One of the biggest things we can recommend to everyone watching this, and obviously Harry, you're doing it because you're asking questions, is networking is really important. Asking other people who have more experience than you how to walk the path is really, really vital. Just be very careful with who you listen to. I was talking to a guy earlier today, Ryan, really nice guy. I was having to help him with an issue on a listing he had that was working really well, but for the last 6 or 7 weeks hasn't been performing. He's actually hired a coach, and his coach should be the one doing that. This is what we hear all the time. We have a mentorship program, and the people who come and work with us say, I wish I'd heard about you soon, because they invest their money with people who don't actually help them. That's where we shine. We really, really genuinely care about helping people. So ask as many questions as possible, network as much as possible, and just be very careful where you hear your info.
Yeah, Brandon. So I'm just looking at that second one you sent over. I was looking for the listing, and I think this is the same one I was looking at.
I can hear myself.
I wouldn't trust this one, only because the ROI at the minute isn't super high, and it looks slightly inflated. And then if you look at the year graph, it's been as low as like £8-9. And if it's around that, then yeah, that's no good at all.
Sam, you're echoing, and I can hear myself. So something on your side changed.
I haven't done anything. What's it like for everyone else?
Yeah, you're echoing to me, and I can hear myself. Let me try and unmute you.
Let me see what's happened.
Can I hear myself now? Okay, perfect. I just had to unmute you and remute you.
Oh, okay, cool. God, my computer's frozen now.
Yeah, sorry. So the supplier you just sent me, I have them in my wholesale database list, but I've never bought from them before.
Yeah, I have seen them a few times. I think they're good. Yeah, first lead's decent. Second lead, nah, I wouldn't buy that one. But yeah, first one's very good. I would. I can't see anything on here which is standing out as being bad. So yeah, I would load up for sure. I'm going to see how many they've got in stock. See if it tells you.
Athea, you said congratulations. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Harry said steer clear. And Athea's been selling for 3 months, and she's almost gotten to 5K, which is amazing. Keep it going. That's a great job.
Yeah, well done. Congrats.
Harry said, yeah, in the Discord already, found it really handy. Thank you, Harry. That's good to know. You're being coached by Caleb McLean. He pointed me in your direction for a potential prep center. Caleb is actually a prep client of ours. And we weren't able to do returns in our last unit because it was too small. Now we've expanded to a bigger unit, we can. So I need to talk to Caleb about that, unless Reese and our team has. Caleb's a great guy. I've been talking to him for years. Really, really switched on dude. Like him a lot. Him and his brother Elias are both really nice guys. So I'm glad you didn't go with someone who is going to screw you over. Toby, high ticket or low ticket? If you're asking us that, Toby, it kind of depends on your timeline. It depends on where your timeline is as a seller. High ticket and low ticket are both really good. A mix of both is good. If you're brand new and just getting started, high ticket is way more risky because you're going to be tying up a lot of your capital into stock that can get returned. So you have to take returns into account. If you've been selling for a while and you have a lot of cash flow, then high ticket is a safer bet to go with. Rawtow said, my sourcing is horrible. Been trying to be successful on Amazon for a long time. Rawtow, how long have you been trying to be successful? Every time you give sourcing a go and it doesn't work, what are you changing to do differently next time? Do you use all the Chrome extensions? So top cashback, coupon birds, complete savings isn't a Chrome extension per se, but you should have that. Honey, not very good, but it's worth it. Do you use ASIN Fetcher? Do you use we have a free discount gift card pool. Do you use that? Do you track your cash back, and do you try to get as much cash back as possible? Do you pick one or two sourcing strategies that you work on constantly until you get good at them, or do you try loads of different ones? There's loads of different avenues that we could go down when responding to that. Had an account for a year, had a lot of regates, have all the extensions, mostly storefront. Okay, so do you try email newsletter sourcing? Do you try Amazon to Amazon with Keeper? Because I like storefront sourcing with SaaS. I really like it with email newsletter sourcing, and I really like it with Keeper for A to A. Obviously, everyone is different though. What works for me might not work for you. Toby, do you guys use Keeper? Yes, Toby. We actually have our highest view video on YouTube is me talking about Keeper Product Finder, and I'm going to do a lot more videos around Keeper. Keeper is really good. It's really good for A to A. I personally don't think Keeper is the best option for a beginner with online arbitrage because I think it's more effective if you have data, if you have knowledge of brands and places to store data to source from. But that's just my personal opinion. I know other people who use it. Keeper is really fantastic for A to A though, and it's really good for EU A to A as well. Toby said the filters are hard for keeper. Yeah, exactly. Like we have custom keeper filters that we give people in our mentorship that are really good. Again, keeper is very effective if you've got an existing knowledge of what's good to buy and where from and what times of year. And if you have seller IDs that you know are really good, keeper can be really good. But I primarily use keeper just for Amazon to Amazon. What are your thoughts on that, Sam?
Keeper product finder is really good. Like you say, I think you kind of need to know what you're looking for, though. It can be pretty overwhelming when you first start, but I do think it's a really good method. I think it's definitely easier for A2As, or especially when you're first starting out. I think maybe like a storefront's good because it kind of helps you look at what other people are selling, and that helps you search different retailers. Newsletter's good 'cause it's very long-winded though, and it takes a lot of time to understand and get used to, but it is really, really good. And manuals also, really, really good. But to be fair, they're all good in their own right, really. But yeah, keep a product finder. I know people have really, really high success rate with it. But again, don't overcomplicate it. Like, you don't need to filter out loads and loads of different filters. All you need is, I don't know, 4 or 5 different filters, and then start having a look at that, and then slowly tweak as you go. But yeah, definitely you don't want to overcomplicate it because you'll make it harder for yourself.
I've got to forward you a message, Sam. If you check Discord. Toby, I get like 3,000 products come up with keeper filters. That is not what you want. With keeper, you want to refine it down so you get to hundreds of products rather than thousands. Because if you're going with thousands, it's going to take you all day to go through. But you can utilize AI. You can download CSVs and you can use AI to help you. But with keeper, I drill it down so I only see hundreds of products and then I go through it. That's how I used to use it when I used that sourcing method. Raw towel, I've wasted a lot of time with barely any results. I need to change something. To be honest with you, mate, I don't mean to sound this harshly, but it sounds like it. I'm going to give you a parallel from another niche. I'm really big into watching Gary Vaynerchuk. And he was sitting down talking to this girl who'd been posting on social media for 2 years, and her videos were getting like 100 to 200 views. And he was saying, this is one of those really rare occasions where I can sit down and tell you what you're doing is not working. You really need to change your strategy. And honestly, if you've been going for a year and you're not really... most people, I really don't want to say this to discourage you. Most people start to really get the hang of this after 3 months. The game gets a lot easier after 3 months. So if you're still struggling after a year, that tells me you really need to change your strategy and your how you're approaching it. Wasted a lot of time. Yeah, same comment. So obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of exactly what your workflow is like. But I would really highly recommend looking into what you might be doing wrong. And it might be as simple as you're looking at a lead that sells for £40 on Amazon. You need to buy it for 20. And maybe when you're searching on Google Shopping, maybe you're seeing it for 23 or 24 quid and you're thinking, that's not profitable, move on. But then if you manufacture your margin with discount codes, cashback, coupons and everything, that 23 quid brings it down to 20 quid and it's actually profitable. I don't know because I don't know your individual workflow, but that could be something that's happening. Because I promise you, Sam spends up to £100,000 a month on stock. And we know sellers who do arbitrage who do 3 to 4 million a year. And Sam does 95% new leads. There are so many leads out there, I promise you, but you have to know how to manufacture your margin correctly. What would you say to that, Sam? Raw Towel's been trying for a year and says their sourcing is really, really bad. What would you recommend?
I think pretty much what you said about like 90% of the products I buy, there's some sort of discount code involved or something. So I think that is super important, and you want to be definitely making sure you're making use of this, and I don't overcomplicate it. Like the amount of times you see people in the group, and they'll send over like a really obscure, weird website and say, "Oh, like, what do you think of this?" And I'm just thinking, like, you don't need to be sourcing through these weird websites where the Trustpilot reviews are terrible. Like, they just look absolutely awful through and through. Like, the main sites I source from, and I tell people this all the time, I don't really think people believe me, to be honest. It's like Curry's, John Lewis, Costco, like Amazon to Amazon, like those sorts of sites. Like, you don't need to think outside the box. You can go to your standard sites and buy products from there, and they all offer some sort of discount code. It's definitely worth getting either Student Beans or Blue Light Card or something like that, because they are so helpful. You get so many different discount codes through them. We use them all the time. So yeah, making sure you've got decent access to decent codes will make a big difference. But again, if it's not worked after a year, you need to mix it up and figure out what's going on. Try a different sourcing method. Have a look at A2A. Have a look at EU A2A. Get some help. Speak to someone who can jump on a call with you or something and run through it all.
Sorry, just give me 1 sec.
All good. If anyone else got any questions, feel free to fire away.
Do you have an update on Mel by any chance?
No, I was just messaging Reese about that. I think he's on holiday for 2 weeks maybe, but
Right.
Account recovery guy hasn't said anything for 4 days, so I'm not sure what he's doing, if it's in process or what.
Okay,
I'll message in the chat now.
Yeah, I was going to say I can chase him. He responds to me pretty quickly.
It'd be good to know what's going on with that.
Cool. How long are you available for live today? Because I was planning on an hour and we've been over an hour.
An hour's good. I've got a call in 15 minutes anyway, so lets me prep for that.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, thank you for joining today. We don't really prepare anything for these lives because we get asked a lot of questions across all the platforms where we stream on. Sam and I are planning to start doing some more detailed presentation-y lives with demos and everything like that. I don't want to do too many of them with every live because the Q&A is actually quite good. Like, a lot of the time we get a lot of bounce back and forth. But if you have subjects that you want to learn about and you'd love to see a little presentation and a demo on, please let us know in our Discord community. Send us messages in our Instagram or TikTok DMs. Comment on our videos. Let us know what would be really helpful for you to see. And we will get to work in bringing it to the lives and to our YouTube long forms. We have a free Discord community with 1,700 members. It's the end of the month, so if anyone wants to get coaching, wants to join our group mentoring or one-to-one, let us know. We will do a deal as it's the end of the month and payday's just come by. We got bills to pay too. And we've got a prep center, virtual assistant recruitment, software, and loads of free resources. So thank you for joining today, guys. Sam and I will be back live on Monday?
Yes, Monday. Bank holiday Monday, probably not.
Yeah. Fair.
We do Tuesday though.
Tuesday and Wednesday I'm out filming, so I could do the evenings of Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm going to be out all day, so there is a strong chance Rosa will want me to actually be around her.
All right, let's we'll catch up then and we can figure something out.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, guys, have a good day. Thank you for joining. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend.
Yes, and you, mate. Have a good one.
Right, see you later. Bye.
See ya.